Hey, what's up, people? How's it going? So today I'm going to be doing a demonstrational video on drawing in SketchUp Pro and using the extension CabinetSense, and just kind of show you the workflow and power of this program here. So here we are right now in the 3D workspace, and as you can see, I already drew out the walls in the room. And to do that, I simply just click the wall tool right here, and then I can just click and drag, and I can even type in dimensions and draw any shape I want for the room layout. Okay, so that's what I already did. And then also, before I start dragging cabinets in here, because these walls come out so far, I'm going to be putting cabinets on this back wall here. Also create a section cut so it's easier to navigate in the 3D workspace. So as you kind of go in all these different views and orbit around, you don't get lost in the walls as come out so far. So I create a section right here with just a section tool right there, and then now we're ready to start bringing in cabinets. And to the left here, I have my component finder open, and that's where I'm going to be dragging in these parts here. So now this is component finder, and this is kind of where I have everything in my library. So this is where I'm going to be pulling from. I have this on another screen to the left of me that you're not going to be able to see anymore. But just so you know, that's where all these parts are pulling from. So here we have our room. So I'm just going to start bringing in some parts here. I'm going to start out with some fillers. We're just going to go wall to wall here. So let me bring in my base filler. I'm just going to click it right there. And as you can see, it auto-populated itself into the correct location that I have the parameters set for a lower filler. Okay, the distance off the wall, but I'm going to just position it left to right to the wall there. Okay, now I'm going to bring another one in on this side. Whoops. Something happened there. I got lost. I don't know where it went to. I'm going to bring another one in. Just drag it right there. And then I'm going to move this over to the right side. So now I have my fillers up against the wall here. So now I can go ahead and start pulling in some cabinets. So I'm going to go into my cabinet folder here. I'm just going to bring out a lower 3-drawer bank. I'm just going to click that there, and you can also see that the drawer bank cabinet automatically went up to where I have the parameters set 4 inches off the floor. That's our standard toe kick. And then it placed itself a 1/2 inch off the wall because that's the parameter I have set, because we always bring everything with the 1/2 inch shim space off the wall. So I'm just going to move this over right to the filler there. Okay. I'm going to bring in another drawer bank for symmetry on the right side. Okay. I'm also going to put it right there. You can see it automatically place itself where it's supposed to be. Now for the center here, I'm going to bring in, let's say, a drawer up top with 2 doors down below. I'm going to click it right in the middle of those two. Put it too far back. Oh, I had the alignment off. So I'm going to apply the alignments. So there you go. So I'm going to click it right there, and then I'm going to use the fill tool. I'm going to say copy. So I'm going to hit OK. And watch what happens here. It automatically filled that space with those cabinets and resize everything to fit precisely in those, between those 2 drawer banks equal. Okay. So you can see the power of this program already, how fast you can draw. So now I'm going to bring in a toe kick. I'm going to put a toe kick in here. Whoops. You can get to my scene here, see what I mean, so you don't get lost in the walls. I'm going to bring this in a little closer. There we go. So now it's snapped. And then I'm also going to fill this. I'm going to bring this over to there. And then I'm going to use the scale tool. Actually, it should, it said no, it's not detecting fill space, but it should. I don't know what's going on with that, but anyways, it's fine. I could just pull it over here with the move tool. It's in the correct location that I want it to be. And then I can just hit S with the scale tool and drag it all the way over to here. And there you go. So there's my toe cake right there. So now we have our toe cake. So now let's bring in some upper cabinets. So again, I'm going to bring in some upper fillers. Okay, and as you can see, they auto-populated to the height that I have preset for uppers, because from the top of the countertop, we want 18 inches to the bottom of the lowers. I'm just going to click and drag these to the ends of the wall, right? So wall fillers. Then I'm going to go back to my cabinet folder. I'm going to bring in upper cabinet, 2 doors. I'm going to click it right there. Again, it automatically went to the height that I have preset. Okay, I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one on this side. Okay, automatically clicked right on that filler. Now that I have those two in place, and I know that those two are 24 inches because I know that's what I have these preset to be. And then if I need to make them bigger or smaller, I can adjust them parametrically. Over here on this window, the component options window, I can just type in numbers and they'll change. But we can also use a fill tool. So now that I have those two on each end, I can bring in another cabinet in between, and then I can use the fill button and say fill all. Let's say 2 more copies. It's going to do the same thing it did below. It's going to automatically fill that space with 2 copies of that cabinet. So let's go ahead and turn the machining on for all these. So now if I turn the doors, drawer fronts, and drawer fronts off, you can see that we have hinge plate holes, shelf pin holes, all up in those upper cabinets there. We have a shelf below in the lower cabinet with hinge plate holes. We have all these drawers up here. We have the fixed shelves with blind dados, preloaded. If I turn the drawer boxes off, you can see we also have the mounting holes for the drawer slides all up in there, preloaded. Okay, so you can see how fast by just clicking and dragging all this in, because everything is preloaded, preset, because I've already taken the time to set all this up. Then what I could also do is, let's see here. Let's go. You can also, with the click of a button, create some dimensions here. So this is all the outside dimensions of the cabinets. If I turn the doors off, you can see we have 24-inch cabinet here, 22.5 there, 22.5 there, 24.5 there. Okay, these are the outside dimensions. Here's the dimension in between the top of the lower cabinet and the bottom of the upper cabinet. Okay, we have 30.5-inch base cabinet with the 4-inch toe cake. The wall is 96, and then we're going to have a 3-inch crown. And then the fillers are 1.5 inches. All right, and then the height of the upper cabinet is 37.25. So at the click of a button, you can have these dimensions, and then that's basically it. And so there's my drawing, and I can just clear the dimensions there. And so now what I can do is I can just go ahead and export this right here. Hit the export button. I'm just going to say test cabinets. Okay, I'm going to hit run. I'm going to hit no. Okay, report generation was successful. Okay, so now here's my drilling strategies for the CNC. All right, so now I'm going to go into VCarve. Maybe do that maybe later. I'm going to create a new file. It's going to be 0.75. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to my gadgets. I'm going to go to the DXF batch processor. I'm going to go and find that file right here. I called it test cabinet. So I'm looking for that file, which is right here, test cabinet. Okay. We're going to want the maple 0.75 parts right there. I'm going to click that, hit OK. Number of files processed, 59. So it auto-populated all those parts to this file here. So I'm going to go ahead and nest all of these. Preview that. Fail to fit part 1. This one, I'm just going to delete that one. So I'm just going to delete all these. I don't know why those came in here. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and preview all of these. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to delete sheet 1. We don't need that one. So now you see I have nested and optimized all of my parts just at the click of a button there. And then as far as creating the toolpaths, I'll show you the automation that I have set up on this. And you can see here too, these are all labeled. These all have numbers and descriptions on them, front edge, what the part's called, right end, it's a base cabinet, number 115. So I can also bring up the cut list and print all these labels out. Okay, but I'm just going to bring in my my sheet strategy toolpath that I already have as a template that I've taken the time to set up. So I've just brought that in there. I'm going to go all sheets and I'm going to say calculate. And so it is automatically writing all the toolpaths right there. So some of them I didn't find, and that's like because they're not there. So I'm going to delete all invisible, and I'm going to recalculate again. Now all toolpaths were successfully recalculated. So now I have officially written all the toolpaths for these parts to cut on the CNC to machine these dados, all the drawer slide holes, all the shelf holes, the hinge plate holes, and the 1/8 inch pilot holes for screws. All right, so we're about just under 15 minutes in this video here. And as you can see, and this took a little longer because I'm talking and there was a couple little hiccups. But as you can see, so this whole wall, this 8-foot wall, uppers and lowers. And again, don't forget, you could also get dimensions like that. And so you could screenshot this and send this to the client too to get approval, right? So in just a matter of minutes, we did a full drawing. I mean, we could still do like a toe kick, a countertop, and a piece of crown, but for the most part, we did a full drawing. And then we exported everything into VCarve Pro and wrote the toolpaths, and we can go ahead and get the G codes and cut this whole project out on the CNC in under 15 minutes. If I wasn't doing this video, probably could have took me 5 to 10 minutes. So again, that's the power of this program, CabinetSense with SketchUp, and utilizing the parametric capabilities within it, and then CNC programming on VCarve. So thanks for watching. Catch you all later.